Hey guys, I made a Q&A video like I said I was going to, but then it just didn't feel right, so I'm making this one instead. I want to apologize for the ecology presentation. We were having troubles with that school project and that teacher, and so we just made it public so that we could, get the credit we needed for the project. So you guys are welcome to watch it if you want to, but don't feel like you have to. So this week's been crazy for me, in both good and bad ways, but I've had some really awesome experiences. I've had some really not so good experiences, but it's been good. I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot, even though it's only been a week. And I just want to tell you guys that, no one can make you feel anything. Everything you feel is because you want to feel that way. And maybe it's subconscious and it's not you consciously saying, oh, I want to feel this way today. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not. And I just want you guys to know that you guys are amazing and that no one can tell you different, and that you are amazing sons and daughters of God, and that He loves you and He cares about you and He does everything He can to make sure that you can succeed in this life. And I just want to make sure you guys know that, because there's a lot of times in life and there's a lot of situations in life where it's really hard to feel good, and it's really hard to understand how amazing you are. And this is something that I've worked really, really hard on and really hard to feel, because it's easier to feel insecure and it's easier to think you're not okay and that you're not good. But once you start working on it, and every day just tell yourself you are amazing and tell yourself you are enough, and that you can do it, you can do it. So just keep telling yourself that you can, and soon you'll start to believe it and you will start to feel amazing. And you cannot let anyone else tell you different, because they have no right at all to tell you that you aren't good enough. They don't have a right, and they don't know you well enough to even make some sort of assumption about that, because you are good enough. And the one and only person better than you know yourself, and that can actually tell you you are good enough, is God. And He tells you that every single day through all of His creations that He's made, and He's made you. So obviously you're important, and obviously you have a purpose on this earth, and God loves you because of it. And He tells you you are enough every day, with the people that you meet and with the situations you experience. And even though you go through some trials of faith, or just some in general struggles that really, really tear you down and really make you tired and exhausted and just make it so that you want to take a break, He loves you. And someone at church the other day bore their testimony, and everyone says it's God only gives you trials that He knows you can deal with. And someone bore their testimony the other day and said, I think God gives you trials He knows you can't deal with, so that you are forced to ask for help. And I think that's really true, because there's a lot of times in life when you can't do it alone, and you have to ask for help, and you need people there to support you and to guide you. And a lot of those times, those struggles are you feeling insecure and letting Satan tell you that you're not good enough. Jesus knows our strengths and Satan knows our weaknesses, and they both act accordingly. And who are you going to trust? Jesus Christ or Satan? I feel like that's kind of obvious, but a lot of the times our minds get distracted. So I just want you guys to remember that, because you are amazing, you are enough, you can do anything you set your mind to, and you've got this. Just attack the day, attack the week, and stay positive, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. Okay. First one is, why can't a toe be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. That's funny. What's the difference between a penguin and a light bulb? One's a penguin. Oh, that's funny. Why can't you trust stairs? They're always up to something. Why did the witches team lose the baseball game? The bats flew away. That's funny. What starts with E, ends with E, and has only one letter in it? Envelope. You probably already heard this one, but it's funny. It says, an elderly couple are in church. The wife leans over and whispers to her husband, I just let out a long, silent fart. What should I do? The husband replies, first off, replace the batteries in your hearing aid. What rock group has 4 men that don't sing? Mount Rushmore. Oh, that one's funny. When I was a kid, my mother told me I could be anyone I wanted to be. Turns out identity theft is a crime. Oh, that's funny. How many apples grow on a tree? All of them. Oh, that was funny. Do you know the last thing my grandfather said to me before he kicked the bucket? Grandson, watch how far I can kick this bucket. Oh, that was funny.